Just going to start with a presentation I'll reuse that I give to my colleagues. It doesn't contain the word IIIF because it scares the hell out of them. So I will come to that later. My job is to help to increase the visibility of the university's academic heritage, in particular the collections that are held by this library that are not so well known on campus. And I have background in architecture and I've been an exhibition maker, and I saw a unique opportunity because normally in a museum environment, you have to sort of recreate an exhibition structure for each exhibition. But in this case, because we do exhibitions, we have not a fixed space for museums, so we do exhibitions in multiple spaces. I thought that we could actually work on reusable exhibition formats and therefore save money and time to work more on content. And what we try to do is to develop an exhibition system that could both be used for physical exhibitions and also for digital exhibitions, to not distinguish between the two. And for this, we started with a very simple idea to work with a kind of grid system and with a typeface and things that could be used across different media. We've hired graphic designers to work with us on this idea. This graphic idea was then translated with furniture makers into a modular exhibition system that can be spatially arranged in different ways in different situations. These different boxes of the exhibition system, they can have different types of displays. It can be a complete display or a flat display. We use panels for additional information and reproductions. And this was then built in 2017. We did the first exhibition at the Aula, so not even in this library, about history of the campus. And then sort of started, well, no, I've included some other pictures. This is in a museum setting, for example, in The Hague. And this was our most recent exhibition. So we changed the colors, the graphics, and make it look differently in the space each time. But with the first project, we immediately start wondering how to translate this idea into a digital format. Because these exhibitions are in the end temporary, and we would like to keep all this information and publish it online. And so we started thinking, we have text, we have a mixed media box where we actually, we like to combine things, and that sort of shows the hand of the curator. We have sort of cut out panels where the whole point is to actually, cut out a fragment of an image and to not show the whole thing. We have films and we have objects, but digitally they would be represented by photographs. And the other thought was that, if we show a cutout image in an exhibition, then digitally, that would be nice if from that image you could go back to the original publication, that the exhibition, the online exhibition would then serve as an easy access to get into the more vast digital collections. The other fun thing digitally, at least that's what I thought, is that we could sort of recreate these physical display boxes by having some sort of way to visually align and assemble images on a canvas. And for these boxes, what was particular about this is that we always used to combine different kinds of material, different kinds of from different kinds of institutions, and digitally, you do not want to represent this simply in a grid. It sort of needs to show a particular composition, and something needs to be enlarged and something needs to be on the background. So from these ideas arose an idea about how you would navigate this website. There would be an overview of themes and collections. One would go to an exhibition. Within that exhibition, you would zoom into one of these boxes that would resemble the physical boxes. But from that, you could go to another dimension, actually look at the original object. and go to the object in that folder series and end up in a collection. So, and then the other way, from let's say an object, from an item on the website, you could actually also navigate to the website. Sorry, to the exhibition. Yes, and this is basically what has been, well, through my colleagues at the library, and also thanks to Glenn, I got in touch with Digirati. I grew familiar with IIIF. Unfortunately, I have some web development background myself, which made it a bit easier to get into it. And we came up with with different components that together would make this possible. So at the core of this is a static website. The thing is, with a small team, like I want to avoid that we would need to do a lot of, let's say, server maintenance ourselves. So the whole website is hosted on GitHub. It's deployed by a service called Netlify, and the source code can also be found here. So it's not hosted on our servers that we need to maintain. What does the website do? It gives you an overview of exhibitions that it's still beta, so there's some test material here. There's an overview of exhibitions, there's an overview of collections, there's a third part which is more in-depth publications, there's more in Dutch, and an about page. And on the front website, you can actually link to everything that you see here, except for the publications, is IIIF. So this exhibition is a IIIF manifest. The collection is a IIIF collection manifest. The object is a IIIF object manifest. To give an example of the object, here it is. But let's start with an exhibition. This exhibition, I'm gonna go slide up. The Dutch is not there. Okay, this was the digital version of that exhibition, that first exhibition that I showed in the presentation. A text panel with more text to be opened on a modal. Images can be opened in a IIIF viewer. Here are these mixed media canvases that actually combine material from different collections. So in this case, this is a book from our collection. This is a book from the Municipal Archive. When entering such a canvas, you can actually, oh, sorry. That was users can also do a little tour of this image, and then for each of the images, this is only on the development branch for the moment, but for each of these images, there's a possibility to view the details and go to the actual source file. And at this point, that points to a publication. It's a bit slow now because I'm in the video call. Exactly that page in the publication where this plan is also at. Here's an example of an image that was cut from an original IIIF, full IIIF image. And what the website does is these links between the pages, they are made based on the ID of the images. So they are not, this does not need any additional manual step. So in addition to this website, Digirati has made for us a manifest editor. This is a tool that can be used to create IIIF manifest, but in particular for exhibitions. You can add a canvas, you can explore, edit manifest URL, and add these to your exhibition. This is how that exhibition would look in this editor. The editor contains an exhibition preview here on the left. You also see where the text will be put. In the mixed media canvas, one can actually move the images, one can scale the images. Currently there's the aspect ratio are not fixed. And there's also possibility to crop the images. So actually all the operations that one would do, one would need to do to present the image are tools in this editor. And from this editor, one exports a JSON file, and that JSON file basically is the exhibition, so is our publication, and is then presented on the the front end heritage website. Yes, and the images are hosted on Digerati's IIIF shared instance. So I believe I discussed the basic parts. Maybe some nice details. It's also possible to add videos to this canvas and to add it even with images. It's possible to add text and also just rectangular annotations. So the whole point is, I mean, there's a lot here to explore and to use in future exhibitions that we haven't even touched the surface of. I think that was it.